Morning. I'll see if I'm on. Am I on? Yes, you can hear me. All right. Good morning. Woo! Best day ever. Welcome to the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living, where we are transforming lives, building dreams, and revealing love, where all we ask is that you stay completely open to changing your life by changing your mind. Welcome home. Tell you, that was fun with the drums because we got some rhythm going on. I'm Valerie Reeves. I'm the spiritual director here. It is my honor and pleasure to be here and to welcome those that are joining us online. And there might be a lot of people joining us online because we had so many helpers yesterday for the Healthy Spirit Fair. If you helped set up or you helped to do anything to take down or to help with this, please stand so we can recognize you. Yay. Awesome. Thank you so much. Just knowing the best day ever. There were so many fabulous vendors that we hadn't had before that were here, and wonderful day, wonderful food, wonderful time, wonderful people. So you'll join us at the next one on April 18th. We will have another Healthy Spirit Fair, so yay! All right, well, let's stand up and let us join the choir in singing a song. I have my own. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one.
Good morning. Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm JoAnne Goodsell. I'm your treasurer of your board of trustees, and I'm also doing the announcements today, so welcome. Here at the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living, we are an all-inclusive center of love. We recognize and celebrate each person as uniquely divine. We view each person as an individualized expression of the one spirit in all. Together, we are co-creating a world that works for everyone. We teach and embody the Science of Mind principles that support our core values, which are love, healing, spiritual growth, oneness, abundance, service, diversity, and inclusivity for all. Thank you so much for choosing to be here today, and welcome home. And thank you, everyone, for joining us online. Whether you're watching the replay or you're here with us live, say hello in the chat box and let us know where you're watching from and what's going on with you today. We love to connect with you and hope to see you here in person very soon. And now, if anyone here is joining us for the very first time in person today, a very special welcome to you. And we are so glad you're here. Thank you. If you don't already have a welcome packet, you can pick one up at the welcome table. It's just to the right as you exit the sanctuary doors. There's information about our center, as well as our Books and More gift shop, which will be open after service today. I double-checked with Angie. The bookstore and gift shop will be open today. And then you also have your programs, and all the ways that you can connect with our center can be found in your program. So make sure and take it home, keep it with you, use it as you will. Contact the office, answer any questions. And now it's time for our announcements. Current events happening at our center can always be found at the concierge table, online through our social media platforms, and the community calendar found on our website. These are all updated regularly, so please check in often, as we are always adding more new and exciting opportunities to gather here at our center. Join us today at 12 noon, and that is for the LGBTQ+ Conscious Conversations, and that is hosted by our own Tina Arredondo. It'll be right here in the sanctuary, and it's always a wonderful, spirit-filled, and lively conversation. Everyone is welcome. And next Sunday is our October birthdays and our October birthday potluck. So bring your favorite dish to share and have fun, and kitchen help is always appreciated. The women's group is meeting tomorrow, Monday, September 29th. It's at 10:30 a.m. in the fellowship hall, and all women are welcome, and it usually lasts about 2 hours. And I'm very excited because on Tuesday, September 30th, Reverend Valerie is leading Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, that's a good one. It's by Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's weekly, and it's starting this Tuesday at 11:30 a.m., and it will continue. It says until further notice, but that's until we finish the book. However long it takes, that's how long we're going to go. So again, Reverend Valerie is hosting, and it is a love offering. And please join us for the best of Prosperity Plus. This is a 6-week class. It's hosted also by Reverend Valerie, and it's starting this Thursday, October 2nd, at 5:30 p.m., and it's also a love offering. And my understanding is, like, there's Prosperity 1, 2, and 3, and Reverend Valerie has taken the best of all of those and made her own design class for a 6-week class for the best of Prosperity Plus. And then Saturday, we have our garden party, October 4th at 8 a.m. Bring your hand tools and your gloves. Protect those hands and have some fun in the garden, sprucing up the place. We also have a workshop coming up that's called Color Your Insides Out. I love that title. This is an interactive, crafty workshop where you are guided to color what your divine spark looks and feels like to you. So please join Marina Shoup and Vanessa Oden. She's probably with the kids. Okay. And anyhow, they're offering this Saturday, October 4th. It's from 9 till 12 noon, and it's a $10 donation, and please sign up as space is limited. And then on Tuesday, October 7th, please join us for a coffee talk with our Rev. You can share, support, be in community, and have some coffee and a snack. And then please join us in welcoming back our drum circle on October 8th. And for those of you that think it's too late at night, your prayers have been answered. The doors are going to open at 5:15 p.m. and they'll close, and the drum circle will start promptly at 5:30 p.m. And that's on Wednesday, October 8th, and that will be in celebration of the full moon, I believe. And as a reminder, our beautiful practitioner team is here to serve you every Sunday. You can find the prayer request box in the garden room, or see the practitioner of the day, which today is Lori. And right after service near the piano, you can have a quick spiritual mind treatment, which is the science of mind philosophy, and it's what we call our affirmative prayer. Our practitioners are here to know the truth for you and work with you as you change your thinking to change your life. Thank you, practitioners, for your service. We appreciate you. And now I'd like to welcome all who would like to join us for hugs and handshakes. This is a time to greet each other with a hug, a handshake, or you may remain in your seat. The choice is yours. So take it away, Chris.
I see joy, I see peace, I see the goodness surrounding me. I see love in every breath I breathe. I see God in everything. I see happiness, I see freedom. I see the beauty that lives in me. I see perfection in what life brings. I see God. I feel joy, I feel peace, I feel the goodness surrounding me. I feel love in every breath I breathe. I feel God in everything. I feel happiness, I feel freedom. I feel the beauty that lives in me. I feel perfection in what life brings. I feel God in everything. I feel joy, I know peace, I know goodness surrounding me. I know love in every breath I breathe. I know God's in everything. I know happiness, I know freedom. I know the beauty that lives in me. I know perfection in what life brings. I know God's in everything. I know God's in everything. I know God's in everything.
Yay! More hugs later. Yoo-hoo! Woo! More hugs later. Ah. All right. Woo-hoo! Great job. All right. More hugs later. So, join me with reading the affirmation for today, and I'll read it one time through, and you can read it together with me. I honor my soul's mission. I honor my soul's mission. I honor my soul's mission. And now it's time to read Dr. Ernest Holmes' promises together. And I'd like to read this with meaning. So let's just take our time and really embody these words. I keep the promise that I have made myself to affirm in this moment that I am abundant, healthy, wealthy, strong, and happy. I keep the intention to daily speak this truth to my inner soul, telling it that it is wonderful and marvelous, that it is one with the great cause of life, truth, power, and action. I whisper these things into my soul until it breaks forth into songs of joy with the realization of its limitless possibilities. I assure my soul. So let's assure our souls with some contemplative music. And now it's time as we perform the Flames of Faith ceremony, and Emily will be joining me with lighting the flames of faith. We perform the Flames of Faith ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples and all faiths, all beings come from the one great universal presence, which we call Spirit. The unity candle represents the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. We light the first candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring devotion to prayer as the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle, acknowledging all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light the 10th candle for inclusivity, affirming that all are welcome here. And as Emily lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light names of loved ones, knowing that they have the experience of Spirit's eternal love. So let us take this moment now and invite you to close your eyes as we remember. We remember our source. We remember this power, this presence, this infinite intelligence, this one mind, this one life, this one very breath that's breathing us right now. We need do nothing but breathe. Life is everywhere present at all times, and it is flowing through each one of us, uniquely and divinely. We have this mind, this infinite intelligence that is within us all the time. We have access to it, this power, this knowing, this being, this one. And as we know this, we give great thanks. Grateful and thankful for this center, grateful for all its volunteers, grateful for all the service that is provided through the office staff, through Chris and his music ministry, through Vanessa in the sound room, through all who serve, through your board of trustees, very powerful. Their strength and their resilience lifts us up. And let us lift Reverend Valerie up to this great day of possibilities, of beingness, of doing, and to know that love guides the way. So we simply release, let go, let Spirit flow through you as love and joy, peace and happiness. I know this to be so, and together we say, and so it is. And now, Reverend Valerie.
Great, thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's great to be here. It's great to be home. I was gone last week. I was in Cancun. And in getting ready to go, we're part of a bigger global organization. And so we have a global theme. And so I'm using next year's global theme because I didn't realize I had clicked on 2026. I'm already in the future. So here we are. This is future me today. Yes. So the audacity to be this comfortable. And that's being comfortable with spirit and to just be comfortable with being who you are. And yet we are working on the book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And love who you are. Love who you are. It's just some of those little micro habits that are not moving us in our highest and best good. Some of those micro habits that we do with our thinking that we're not good enough, or that we don't know how, or that we can't, or holding ourselves back, or those habits that we keep doing over and over and over again. I don't want to call it an addiction to chocolate, but man, you know? So changing some of those habits that are not leading us to our highest and best. So as I said, I was in Cancun last week. And so there's my beautiful view out of the main space in Cancun. I was there, I had to go there. It was my nephew's wedding, so I have a picture of the bride and groom there, and all 4 of my siblings, 2 sisters, 2 brothers, were there, as well as 80 people from Nebraska. Go Cornhuskers! My nephew said, I don't even know some of these people, but a friend of a friend was coming, and so they all decided, we're all going there. So we had 80 people from Nebraska, and this was on a Saturday football day. So we were all in red earlier, and I wanted to get everybody together and take a picture on the steps so that we could have that memory of all the Cornhuskers in Cancun. That didn't happen. We had a little bit of rain, but not for the wedding. It was beautiful. So it is great to be back, and I'm going to jump into quotes right away because these are quotes for next year, but we're going to work on them today because this year's theme today, global theme, is Mission Possible. We are a mission possible. However, the audacity to be this comfortable. Ernest Holmes says this, life is an activity, and when we stop being active, either mentally or physically, we turn away from the newness of life. Ooh, let me say that again. Life is an activity, and when we stop being active, either mentally or physically, we turn away from the newness of life itself. What new thing can you do? I have 4 siblings that have never traveled out of the country. So they had, how do I get my passport? What do I do? So it was really great that my nephew had this trip outside of the country, even though it is Mexico. And yes, Tijuana, but that was a whole different time back in the day when we used to just drive across the border from San Diego to Tijuana. That was a whole different time, but fly over to Cancun, which was like a 5.5-hour flight. It was way farther than I expected. Anyway, it was still out of the country, and so for them to go the first time and stepping out of our comfort zone, because we can be in that comfort zone of I'm just on home base and all is well, and not exploring in another country where the money's different and the language is different, but embracing all cultures, embracing the excitement of going to another country. I've been to a few. I mean, Canada, that doesn't really count, but London and France, I've been there. And so welcome back. I know Mark Shoup just got back from Australia. Yeah. So he'll tell us all about that at coffee time. So embracing what is, because the minute many people retire, my dad passed away within a year of retiring. It's like, maybe you should have kept working. Because it's like, well, now what do I do with myself? So making that plan, what do I do with myself? And let me keep myself busy. Most of the people that I know here that are retired are busier than they were when they were working, because they get so busy and caught up in creating a vision of what life can be and what else can I do, and doing the things that they absolutely love, which right now, start the things that you absolutely love. in Mary Morrissey's Prosperity Plus. So when you come to this class, those of you that decide to come, we watch a DVD and then we talk about the DVD. And Mary Morrissey has put together some wonderful stuff. She's had great success in her life, great success with her children, and she is a walking testament of changing your thinking, so basically changing your life, because she was going to die when she was 18. They had her in the hospital, and she had lost one kidney, and they said, well, or they had to take one kidney out and said the other one's kind of bad too, so we may end up having to take both of them. And then that's it, you know. But she had a practitioner come in there and said, do you think if they take the one kidney out, the other kidney will just get healthy? And she said, no, I can't believe that. And she's like, well, could you believe that I believe that? She said, well, okay, yeah, I could believe that you believe that. So she put her faith in somebody else's belief. And as soon as they took that kidney out, she started getting better. And so she's a walking testament of our thoughts create our reality. And our body is changing every single day. It's changing. We're shedding those skin cells. I'll have new skin tomorrow. I'm shedding a lot because I got pretty sunburned. So I'm knowing that something wonderful is happening for all of us, and we just have to keep remembering that every day we are renewed. So can I renew my mind on what's possible and what I can do? In one of the Prosperity Pluses, Mary Morrissey talks about a friend of hers who was in one of her classes, and she said, well, when I retire, I'm going to do this. When I retire, I'm going to do all these beautiful plants that are hanging, and these plant baskets that I just love. And she said, well, why don't you do it today? And she said, well, no, I have insurance. I have all this stuff with my company, or with the company I work for. So when I retire, I'll do all of that. She said, well, if you could do it tomorrow, what would you do? And she started painting the picture of how these hanging plant baskets would be and how it would look and how her business could be. And she was painting the whole picture. And the next week she came to class and she said, I think we're just going to go ahead and do it. So, you know, we can have a lot of excuses because I have insurance and I have, you know, these benefits with the company that I'm with. But she had the vision so clear that she stepped into the picture. She painted the picture clearly of what she wanted. And now, because I lived in Oregon for a while, these hanging planters, because she was in Oregon, are all over all the towns up there, hanging around the cities. So she created this beautiful garden, this wonderful greenhouse. I was going to say, I don't know what to call it because I don't do planting. I'm lucky to keep my little cactus alive. So finding the vision, and it's like, could I see the vision clear enough? And that is my goal with us in breaking the habit of being yourself, is really painting the picture so clear that you just know that I've already stepped into the picture. So now all I have to do is just keep moving forward. And the voice that says, I can't, I don't know how, not now, wait till I retire, or wait until, you know, whatever it is. We're always waiting for something. So we get to stop waiting and start creating. What is it that I would love? Which is always the right question to ask. There was this cartoon that I saw, and the speaker said, how many of you want change? And everybody raises their hand. How many of you are willing to change? And nobody raises their hand. Right? Because change is hard, change is scary. Most of us even take the same route here or same route to wherever you go. Take a different route. Brush your teeth at a different time. You know, we have these habits that we have every day, and it's like, what can I add to this habit? And can I make sure that I have little habits that are setting me up for success? So my next quote, the body is constantly renewing itself, taking in new material and discarding old, rebuilding, replacing, repairing. We are literally changing all the time. But sometimes we're not changing our mind. It's like being open to trying different food. It's like, well, I tried that when I was 5 and I didn't like it, so I'm not going to try it again. I've heard people say that. It's like, but what about today? I tell this with my granddaughters. It's like, what about today? It might be different today. Just try it. See how you like it. So one of the first things we want to do, because I'm like, okay, Joe Dispenza, how do we break the habit of being ourselves? First, we become aware of the old self. What are the habits that are not serving us? Do you have some habits that are not serving you? You know, too much chocolate, eating late at night, different habits, and getting clear on those habits that you want to change, and some of the self-talk that we have, because we're possible to do anything that we choose. It's just doing that and trying it on. Put it on as though it's already there. You finish that book. How does it feel to have that best-selling book and it's out there and everybody's buying it and everyone's talking about how it changed your life, or that wonderful new song, or you're singing at Carnegie Hall, whatever it is. Setting yourself up for success, seeing the picture, and then moving in that direction. Feeling the feeling. Observe your old patterns without judgment. Any of you look at some of your patterns and you judge it? I mean, I was judging myself with the chocolate thing, so. I have to tell you, in Mexico, I stayed the first night at this little retreat. It was a healing retreat center, and they had a cacao ceremony. I'm like, sign me up. I'll be taking that. So we've got the hot chocolate. We got some little pieces of chocolate, and we are celebrating the chocolate and all the wonderful things that it does for our body. So I'm like embracing that. So I'll have to decide if I want to release that one or not. But finding the things that we want to release, and it's like observing it. And if we still do it, it's like, okay, I forgive myself, and now we move forward. I mean, after I realized that I had 2026 as theme up here, I'm like, okay, I forgive me. It's all good. It happens. That's what we do sometimes. It's like, oh, okay, I just wanted to step into the future. And it feels like it's October already. My sister's called me a few times to let me know how many days before her birthday. Her and Mark Shoup share October 1st, so there's that happening. Birthdays. Oh, and Angie, okay. And then we have Vanessa, October 2nd. Yes? Yeah. So we got some good October birthdays, some good Libras that are nice balance. So we'll keep the balance going. I'm going to move on to the next quote. Radical. Self-love demands that we see ourselves and others in the fullness of our complexities and intersections, and that we work to create space for those intersections. Seeing ourselves and seeing others in their highest space, because we may see someone and we judge it, and because our minds are so creative and so powerful, and because there's only one in this whole cosmic soup, we're all connected. The subconscious mind says, yes, that's true for you. If we spot it, we got it. So making sure that we are in that space of just loving. And I love the entanglement of everything, because everything happens succinctly in different ways. And if we could see the synchronicities of life and everything that's happening, we would be so amazed. The trees with their roots make way for each other. They communicate. I think it was Thich Nhat Hanh I was reading, and he said, if you want to have a great conversation, go talk to a tree. It will answer. It's like get into that meditative state and listen to the tree and what that higher spirit has to say, because trees will guide you. That inner spirit, because there's that connectedness. And maybe it's just being in that connectedness of Mother Earth, that we're all connected. It's like, okay, that guidance is there. It's just getting the busy monkey mind chatter to quiet down. Once it quiets down, we can bubble up the right and perfect questions and answers. And sometimes we just have to change the question. There's another book called Change Your Question, Change Your Life. And of course, change your thinking, change your life is our motto here. And it's kind of gotten out everywhere. So change the question, change your life. I also saw in one of the little Whole Food stores, it had change your milk, change your life. I'm like, oh, okay. So if we just change a lot of things, we can change our life. It's just about embracing what is and really tuning into that higher self, because most of the things that we have, it really comes from our past. It is that inner committee that kicks in, and it's not you. It's your mother, it's your second grade teacher, it's your father, it's your sister, it's your friends that you grew up with. Birds of a feather flock together. So we may have some thoughts and things that are not even ours. It came from someone else. So getting clear about what is my thought and what doesn't serve me, what can I let go of? And so looking at it, which I'm like, oh, I could just spend all day just doing that, right? But doing it in little bits and pieces to really paint the picture of where am I going next? What thoughts aren't serving me right here? And then getting into that radical self-love and I have a lot of notes. interrupt the thought-feeling loop. A thought triggers a feeling, which triggers more of the same thought, locking you into the past. So a thought triggers a feeling. I used to always say, what came first, the emotion or the thought? Because sometimes emotions, we just go away with emotions, right? It's like all of a sudden you just start crying, and it's like there was a thought or there was a connection. Like my little sister walking her son down the aisle, she was crying the whole time, which made me cry because I'm a social crier. I could cry with the other social criers. So interrupting the thought, it's like it's okay to show that emotion. It's okay to feel what I feel. And do I want to change that? How do I interrupt that pattern? And if there's a thought that I keep thinking, because how many of you, when you go to the mirror, say, woo, it's me, look at me, gorgeous. When Chris was playing, I was thinking the sign language for beautiful is beautiful. So just try it, just beautiful. So when you get into that thought pattern of I'm not looking good enough, or oh, I look tired, or somebody told me that yesterday, oh, you look tired, and I'm like, I'm not. Because what I hear when somebody says you look tired is you look awful. That's my thought pattern, but it's not. So it's like, okay, beautiful. And so if we just keep remembering, interrupt the thought pattern with just a little sign language and just say, I'm beautiful, just beautiful. And embracing it, give yourself that healing, loving light from your own being, and just beautiful. And be in that space of loving ourselves so wonderfully and radically, just as we are and just as we aren't, because we can't be anybody else. So we get to be the best we can be. And it's like we all chose on some, this is my theory. It may not be yours, and that's okay. Again, the first thing that I heard when I came to this philosophy is don't believe anything I say. Check it out for your own self. Does it resonate with you? But what resonates for me is that as a spiritual entity, I chose my parents, yay, best parents ever, to teach me a lot about maybe what not to do. And there are some things that I can really just embrace about that and say, oh my God, I'm so glad I had that father because I learned this, this, and this. And so glad I had that mother, which as we're getting closer, because it's fall, one of the best Christmas presents I ever gave everybody in my family is took pictures of them and made a little booklet with their picture. My mom with her mouth open. It's like I learned to be a social butterfly from my mother. Just taking a bunch of pictures and putting captions. And that got so many more compliments than anything that was bought. So you can just make something if you're going to give Christmas gifts this year. Anyway, I digress. So finding those things that we love about ourselves, that we love about our parents, and as spiritual entities, choosing our parents, but also choosing the experience that we want to have. Some people came in as beautiful, brilliant singers. Some people came in as wonderful mathematicians, wonderful writers, wonderful expressions of spirit. However you are. So it's like, okay, let me embrace every part of that. And I love that thought. It works for me, knowing that, okay, this was the life that I had predestined for myself, that I want to experience these things. And now I get to be open at the top and just create it different every single day. Every single day. So interrupt those thought-feeling loops. To change, you must break the cycle, catch the thought, refuse to feed it with any more attention. Because it's really easy for people to do that, to, break the habit of thinking, oh, I shouldn't eat this because it's going to make me bigger, or anything that we might be saying to ourselves that's on the negative. Just be in that space, in that loop of loving ourselves in those mantras. I love who I am. I love who I am. My next quote. What we need right now is a radical global love that grows from deep within us to encompass all life. Yes, right? A global self-love. I mean, because if every person, which is like your most important mission, because if everyone loved themselves unconditionally, I wouldn't have to fight to have this country or to be right over here. I would just know that I am divine and perfect just as I am and just as I'm not, and it's okay for everybody else to express who they are. If everyone got that memo at a deep, deep level, we would have that radical global love that needs to grow. And so I am going to just start visioning that every person that I run into is a beautiful plant growing and blossoming in this whole garden of life. And I see the good in them, even if they don't see the good in me. And I don't have to get caught up into everything that's happening out there. It's like, that's not my responsibility. My responsibility is to clean it up within myself. I'm going to do a movie night. I have it on the new calendars of October are out there on the little holder. And I'm going to do creative visualization again. Shaka Gawain, who wrote the book Creative Visualization, talks about visualizing what you want, put it in a pink bubble, and throw it out into the universe. And so this is a great question and answer. If it's not the book, it's her answering questions to a group in a workshop. And for me, it's brilliant just because I love the way she loves, the way she loves, and the way she says things. And one of her affirmations is, I love my power. I trust my power. It's the power of the universe. And I attract other loving, powerful people that love and support my power, which is a great affirmation to do because we want to attract people that love and support our power. And that they love their power, I love my power, and then we just keep mushrooming out. And pretty soon, the world is full of loving people. I feel like I'm in the 60s right now. Flower power. Peace, love. Yeah, peace, love, and harmony. So we are knowing that that is what's happening. So I am excited about a lot of things that we have going on here. And I'm going to take us all inside and put a little magic inside our minds and our hearts as we just close our eyes for just a moment. Taking in a deep cleansing breath. And just exhaling, letting go of any of those thoughts that do not serve. Knowing that there is one mind, one power, one infinite intelligence that guides, that flows through each and every one of us. We are stardust, we are stars, we are glowing light and love. Knowing that everyone is beautiful in their own way, as they are. So we look through everything else and see the beauty in everyone, because we see the beauty in ourselves. Knowing in this oneness, in this beautiful cosmic soup, that life is good and life is very good, that we are creating a life that we absolutely love, that each person that can hear the sound of my voice feels the magic, feels the love, awakens to the divinity of the I am, that you are beautifully, brilliantly. Knowing that there's health, there's harmony, there's prosperity, there is beauty, there is peace, that there is a beautiful shift in this wonderful global love as we just send love out into the universe, knowing that it returns to us beautifully and eloquently. And we go to that grateful place. I am so grateful for life, so grateful for all that we are, so grateful for the breath of life that we are. So grateful for each and every person here, knowing that life is good and life is very good, as I just release my word into the universal action of the law, knowing that my word never returns void. And so it is. All right. Choir, come on up. Let's give it up for the choir. And I'm digging the drum because that gives us a beat. Knowing that our wonderful choir, we are growing in peace, love, words, harmony, goodness, as they raise their voices. Excellent. Thank you, choir. Okay. So as our ushers come forward, knowing that as we give, we absolutely do receive abundantly overflowing, let's do our giving affirmation together. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of the spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. Thank you. Very good. Thank you. Beautiful, thank you. Knowing that we are divinely blessed, that as we give, we absolutely do receive, that we are open up to the goodness of the universe as we just say yes, yes, yes to the goodness, yes, more please, knowing that all is well as we support this wonderful center where we get to come together to remember the divinity of who we are. And so it is. All right. So knowing good things are happening. So we do have coffee and wonderful muffins and wonderful things going on. I do want to mention, too, that the fabulous Vanessa and Marina Shoup did some painting. So our 70s astronaut in the youth room is now painted over. So we're creating something new. So you might take a look at the youth room, and we'll help put that back together. So knowing that all is well. So thank you to the volunteerness of Vanessa and Marina, so yay. As a quick reminder, also we have the prayer circle after. Lori will be doing that for anybody who wants a prayer request. Our spiritual mind treatment does get work done. I'm still taking credit for, for your house selling, Julie and Richard. So yeah, their house sold, so you're welcome. And Ann Eisel's house also sold, so she has given me lots of gratitude. So, but it's a collective. It's, it's really in your own mind because you opened up your own mind and all is well and the blessing and we're all connected. So knowing wonderful things are happening for all of us really quickly, easily, effortlessly. So we'll have coffee and goodies. We stand and you can stay where you are. You can grab hands across the aisle or with people next to you as the choir leads us in our closing song.
I can't help it, God makes me want to sing. I can't help it, God makes me want to sing. It makes me feel so good, I can do anything. I can't help it, God makes me want to sing. I can't help it, God makes me want to sing. It makes me feel so good, I can do anything. It makes me feel so good, I can do anything. It makes me feel so good, I can do anything.